Hi, today let us spend some time dealing with HTML5 form element. Basically, whenever we users visit web pages and if there exists form, we see the labels, buttons and collection of fields of the form. Today we shall learn few steps and attributes that are required for creating a form. The first point is HTML5 forms. Basically, there are three parts of a form. Number one, the collection of fields and labels. Number two, buttons that includes the submit or the reset button. And number three is the processing script that takes the information and converts it into a format that you can read or tally. Next, moving on to the topic of creating forms. Let me tell you that a form has three important parts. Number one, form element. The form element includes the URL of the script that will process the form. Number two, form method. It includes either two methods, post or get. Your form should be method equals to post or method equals to get. In post method, you can send more data to the server and the information in your form is not shown in the URL. If you are saving, adding or deleting data in the database, post is the correct choice. If your form is method equals to get, your form data will show in your browser's address bar so that the user can bookmark the results easily. And the third is your submit button. Below you can see we have shown you the syntax for the form. All you have to do is type form and then in the method you have to include either post or get, and then you can see a type action where you have to insert the URL where the details of the form are to be posted, and then you can include the content like to radio button, check boxes, input boxes within your form, and then all you have to do is close the form tag. Moving on to the third topic of the day, that is organizing the form element. We have mentioned in few points how to organize the form element in case you have lot of information to fill out on a form. To organize the form element, we have mentioned below 7 points. Below of the form start tag, but above any form element that you wish to have contained in the first group, type field shape. If you want, you can insert the legend tag, and also you can give align directions to your input types, and then you can close your legend tag and then close the field set, and then ultimately you close your form tag. The fourth topic of the day is HTML5 input attributes. Well, form falls in the list of one of the most painstaking tasks for developers because it often requires extra effort with CSS and JavaScript to make them function well. HTML5 has now made it more easier for a developer to create forms by introducing few new attributes and input types. These attributes includes autofocus, required placeholder, max length. There are also few input type elements too, and this includes color, date, time, month, range, search, etc. So now let us see an example. We shall run an example in the Dreamweaver and then check its output in the browser. Prior running the example in the browser, let me explain you. To create a text box, if desired, type the label that will identify the text box of your visitor. See, we have inserted label for equals to first name. Next, type input type equals to text. You can see we have inserted input type equals to text which have an specified ID. Next, the process you can continue. There is a placeholder. You can see there is a placeholder attribute where we have typed enter your first name. What is the purpose of placeholder? We will see it in the while after running it in the browser. Let us now run it in the browser. Here is the output. Now I told you previously that we shall see the use of placeholder. You can see that we wrote in the first name there is a input type and there it's written enter your first name, whereas in the input type we have mentioned in the placeholder enter your first name. Below you can see for the last name also there is a label, there is a placeholder enter your last name. Moving on to the output, here in the label of last name you can see the value of placeholder is over here. It gives a guidance to the user in case they are not able to understand the form. Now the next topic is creating a password boxes. The only difference between a password box and a text box is that whatever is typed in the former, that is in the password input type, is hidden by bullets or asterisks. The information is not encrypted when sent to the server. Here, now let us see a small example of form that includes the password boxes. All we have done in this is we have included a new level for the password boxes. Here you can see there is a level for password box, and there in the input type we have given type equals to password and ID is also equals to password. Now there is another second level where it is written to re-enter password. This is done to confirm the password from the user. So now let us run it in the browser. You can see here it is, first name, then last name. Now while placing some text into the password, you can see it takes the forms of bullets. Next, we shall have a glimpse on how to create email. The email, telephone, and URL input types are new to HTML5. They look exactly like text boxes but have small but very helpful features added for validation and inputting content. Support for these new fields is growing in older browsers will treat these fields as text boxes. So for this also we are having a small example for you. All we have done is we have added the new labels for element for email, website and telephone number in the earlier example itself. So here you can see there is a label for email, there is also a label for website, there is also a label for telephone number. Each are having their input type. So we shall run this on the browser. Let us check it on the browser. On running it in Chrome, we can see there is a output. See, when user or visitors enters text into the email field, the browser will check to make sure that the format is valid to the email format or not. When the visitor enters the text in the web field, the browser will check to make it sure that the format is valid for URL. Note that the format for valid URL is HTTP or http dot double slash and then followed by www.enterprisename.com or .in. When the visitor enters text into the font field, the browser will check to make sure the format matches the regular expression and pattern field of the format. You can check the regular expression of the telephone number in the code. Let us see that. See, here is the regular expression and we have mentioned a pattern that is here you can see there is a pattern for this telephone number that is D, and within that curly braces there is 3 and then again backslash and D curly braces 3 slash D curly braces 4. This is the regular expression that takes the that matches the pattern of the telephone number. Unless and until your telephone number matches this pattern, your form will not take the value. And in the remaining, we shall see the other lists for creating forms in the next chapter. Thank you.